This is Garrett.
Hi, Garrett. This is Deputy Bailey with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office.
Hi, I'm sorry, who is this?
Deputy Bailey with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Hey, so it sounds like there might have been another issue with Terry and Marie today. Is that right?
I am not sure. There's been myriad issues. What's the issue now?
Well, it sounds like there might have been something going on with their cameras today.
Okay.
Okay, do you know anything about that?
I don't. I'm not even there right now. I'm at my dad's house in Portland.
Okay. 'Cause it sounds like, from what I've heard, like, I'm familiar with your guys' situation. I've talked to
Yeah,
you and Ashley
I
before.
pulled the 911 cat logs.
Yep.
I see what you see when you pull it.
Yep. But I've also, like, specifically talked to you about your guys'
Oh,
situation
cool.
before.
Fair enough.
So I'm familiar with what's going on.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there might have been some damage to the cameras on the shop today, and they're alleging that you shot them.
What?
Yeah. So I'm
They're
just trying
alleging
to
that
so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this, right?
Yeah, so that I have no idea about. Before I left earlier today, I turned off the power because we were working with an electrician. So there's like a whole landlord-tenant case.
Yep.
And the whole problem was that there's like, basically we think they were trying to scam us when we moved in, right?
Okay.
And they were trying to charge us for power for their shops that like were, in their words, in the beginning, it was like an innocuous thing. They were just their shops, but it came to be revealed by them later in court that no, that's the place he's quote unquote running his businesses out of.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been working with an electrician to kind of, because we're about to like move out and probably settle with them, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we are getting like documentation of everything so that we don't, kind of make a settlement that ignores the idea that maybe they were kind of like fraudulently initiating this whole situation.
Okay.
And so we were like taking pictures of everything, and we were like looking at the breaker box and figured out which breakers specifically went to like their workshop units, and we turned those off.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be happy to turn them on, but recently he made a statement to a lawyer that said fraudulently that we had agreed to charge him $50 a month for his power, but pay for the rest of the power. That never happened. And so that basically we're just like, we're going to shut the power off until we have clarification as to what the agreement is for the power. So we shut off the power to his workshops and thereby the power to his, camera or whatever.
Okay. And do you remember what time today that you guys were messing with that stuff?
I don't remember. I could check my Google timeline, and it would tell me when we left.
Is Ashley home or is she with you?
She's with me. We're at family dinner. We always go.
Okay. Sorry to bother you during
days.
that.
No, it's okay. I was getting ready to maybe contact you guys. I talked to a sergeant previously about what we thought was like a false report that he had made before that whole like false imprisonment thing he did, but the sergeant said that that's not something that would ever be prosecuted. So I was like trying to maybe find evidence or whatever of the whole scam thing. We're in the process of getting ready to settle with his lawyer, but
yeah, I'm not gonna get involved with you guys' civil thing. I know that's like its whole other thing.
I know.
You get
it's like complicated.
Yep.
No one wants to dabble in like a landlord-tenant issue.
Yep, and that's all between like your attorneys and their attorneys. Not a crime for us.
Yeah, yeah. You guys have been called
Oh, I know.
too much.
Yeah, I think there was one day where between you and Ashley and Terry and Marie, I think I fielded like 5 or 6 phone calls. So.
Yeah. That day they called first 20 minutes before he showed up, which was the crazy thing. We didn't know until we pulled the records, like why, it felt like we were being treated unreasonably because he like held her there for hours. Hey, good to see you guys, brother. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Drive safe. Sorry. Yeah, that whole thing was crazy because they like called in, and it was September 2nd. They like said some crazy stuff, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, and I haven't even pulled like because it's $10 each time to like find out what was said on each time that a call was made. So I don't even know like the extent of what has been called in, but it was like crazy to find out that day. When we were like, oh, this is crazy that this happened, and I thought it was egregious, and then ended up being able to pull that record and finding out that they had like preempted that, calling that in 20 minutes before he showed up. So I don't know, that it's nice to hear, at least on this occasion, that a report has been made. I don't know what we should do going forward. I mean, I think he just got a lawyer. He like didn't have a lawyer for 3 weeks, and then we had our court hearing, and he showed up and said that he needed more time. So that's been postponed until this Thursday, and supposedly he has a lawyer now, but I had my friend who's a lawyer call and talk to him, and he like completely like blackpilled my lawyer friend and kind of manipulated him and made him think that like, oh, he's like, oh, you're trying to screw these guys over, and they're on SSI and all this stuff, and it's like literally not what's happening. I feel like we like kind of got scammed and kind of tried to stop it, and that really pissed Terry off.
Gotcha. Were you able to find out what time you guys left today?
What time we what?
What time you guys left home today? Were you able to find that?
Yeah, I could probably find it on my phone. Give me just a second. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up my Google here. Well, it's not pulling up.
Okay, do you have like an approximate time when you guys left for dinner?
Yeah, I think she picked me up around 2:30.
Okay. So, like I was saying, sounds like there's some sort of issue with their cameras, and
Yeah, I turned off their power.
yeah, but they said they have access to other cameras, but there's one specific camera that when they checked it out, they saw what they perceived to be bullet holes in the building in the direction of the camera, and they think the camera might have been hit
That's
by bullets.
ridiculous. I mean, he has like shot his gun at me twice in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a whole thing. Like he said in court that he was trying to kill squirrels because we quote unquote reported rats, but that's not even what happened. We reported mice to his lawyer at the time.
Okay.
But
do you have any clue
there
what?
There was an occasion when, like, after he shot at me, he, like, that same day he came, like, later, he came up to my house and, like, parked right outside of it. And I went outside with I had, like, an airsoft gun on my hip. Like, on my hip, I wasn't, like, threatening with it at all, but I was like, hey, please don't shoot at me. And I was, like, asking him not to shoot at me. He was, like, trying to sell something to someone, and he, like, completely ignored me, but then his wife got into an argument with me, and the whole argument was, like, please don't shoot at me. That's just what I was saying repeatedly. But it like, was not a real gun.
Okay.
It's, like, an airsoft gun.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, 2 times he shot at me, but, you know, I didn't die, so I've come to realize, I guess, that he was, like, warning me or whatever. But
so what do you think happened to the camera today? Like, what do you think happened to that? Because I haven't gone up there to check it out yet. I plan on doing so. So, like, what do you perceive happened then?
I mean, I shut off the power to his shop. The whole thing was, like, his, like, the whole, like, power thing. We think he was trying to charge us for paying for his shop, and he didn't have anything marked.
Okay, and I understand, like, the breaker thing, I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried, like, if I show up and there's, like, bullet holes in the building and at the camera. Like, that's what I'm concerned about. So, what do you think happened, like, if I go up there and there is bullet holes? Like, what would be an explanation for that?
I mean, I have no idea. I haven't been there since this afternoon.
Okay.
And I would have heard if there was, like, actual gunfire, just like I heard last time.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't hear or see anything when you were home?
No, that's the thing. Like, you know, he makes a lot of noise when he's trying to fuck with us.
Yeah. And besides, like, Terry and Marie, is there anyone that you have issues with that would have potentially shot, you know, in the direction that you're living or at cameras above, like, at the shop?
Not that I know of, not unless he, like, paid someone or something to do something, which I've been a little afraid of.
So, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to check it out, see, you know, if there is actually bullet holes, because they, you know, what they're seeing may or may not be accurate. And if there is, there should be camera, like, footage of what happened leading up to that. And if it shows you pointing a gun at the camera, there's going to be probably an issue. If it's not you, great, that's fine, and it'll be someone else. But I just want to make sure, like, if there is bullet holes, will the camera show you pointing a gun at them?
Yeah.
It will show you pointing a gun at the cameras?
Definitely, I definitely did not do that. I worked very hard to follow the letter of the law. That's kind of why this whole thing has happened.
Okay. That's why I just want to make sure, like, either, you know, it was or it wasn't you because they're pointing the finger at you, and, you know, like, I know that there's this battle on, like, both sides where, you know, you perceive things one way, they perceive things a different way.
Well, and it's headed for court, and the court has rules.
Yep.
And I'm excited to have, you know, that be the forum that everything gets kind of settled in. We tried to negotiate. They haven't talked to us since, you know, the 15th of July, which was 15 days after we moved in.
Gotcha.
No negotiation, no talks about anything.
Okay. So me and my partner are going to be heading up there. Do you know what time you guys plan on being home? Because I don't want to, like, spook you if you guys were...
Oh, no, you guys are all good.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to come by anytime.
Okay, what time do you plan on being home?
That I'm not sure about. We are still at family dinner. It's my brother's birthday, and
okay. Yeah, we're not going to go poking around your stuff. We're just going to go check and see if there's any bullet holes or anything.
Feel free. I got nothing to hide.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, if you have any more questions, I'll give you a call back. I appreciate you kind of telling me what your side of things is.
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Deputy Bailey.
Deputy Bailey. Okay. Feel free to call me anytime.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
End recording.